Günaydın, günaydın. So, what is the secret of success? With brands, just like people, it is staying ahead of the game and communicating that in an interesting and relevant way to the people who matter. The top 10 innovation brands. And you can see they're not all by any means only online or internet brands. They're a mix, but indeed they are quite modern brands, but very powerful ones that you will recognize. And I'm going to show you 3 very quick examples that do that in very different ways. My first is Red Bull. Fantastic brand. The figure in the middle there, in terms of unique, the average brand would score 100, and you can see Red Bull is nearly 1.5 times that globally. It's just such a different brand. And this is due to its consistency of surprising people, amazing events, sponsorship. And you can see the picture there, the massive, high, dangerous diving. It's Flucht air race. And of course, more recently, the massive Stratus jump, the highest free fall of a human being from 128,000 feet, which attracted more than 1 billion paid, unpaid, and earned media impressions. Not a surprise then that Red Bull's sales went up by 7% in the following year. My second example is the fabulous brand Tesla. It's now leapt into our 10th most valuable car brand from nowhere because of its sheer innovation, shaking things up. As you can see, they're changing the way we think about transportation, about the earth and the resources that we use, led by a charismatic leader, Elon Musk, with a vision. So this is a brand that follows that through. And it certainly exhibits all the characteristics of brands such as Apple, when we first saw it come along, and Facebook, 2 fantastically fast-growing brands. So this is one to watch. And my third example has been around relatively much longer, Nike. Really the daddy of innovation. A brand which has consistently been felt to be leading the way because it refreshes the way that it helps people. And as its lead designer says, it listens to its consumers and comes up with products that they meet their needs and leads them into making themselves the better athlete that's within themselves. And communicating this consistently with different aspects for different countries, but with the same brand-led approach. So, meaningfully different. I've showed you how innovation sets up something that's worth looking at and finding out about, particularly if the creativity, the communications, then announce that in a salient and strong way to the people who matter. And then, of course, what happens? People are intrigued, they know about it, and so they try the brand. And if the brand experience then lives up to, or even goes beyond the expectation, then you've really got a winner, because people then find that that experience is so great that love and affinity towards the brand grows further, which then sustains the brand until it comes along for its next innovation. And that's how we define and call the lifeblood that makes brands succeed. So, let me show you again another piece of analysis that I've done from the Brands E database, again a world premiere for you here today. We looked at the brands, and these are the brands that we valued 2006 and 2016, the same brands, and classified them to see whether they were healthy. That is, they were brands which scored high in terms of innovation and creativity and brand experience and love on the whole set. They are then very healthy. The other side of the picture is brands which score poorly on all of those things. They're out of sorts. They need some help. They're not very well. And of course, brands in the middle, or the mix of those, are okay. But let me show you the difference, the brand value change over 11 years between those two sets. And this will really show you the importance of lifeblood. We look at the out of sorts. Oh dear. Their value declined over that period, whereas the healthy ones grew a massive over 200%, more than 100 times better. So I hope I've demonstrated to you, the leaders, the innovators, the marketers of these valuable brands out there, how important it is for you to lead, to make sure that your brands keep innovating, that your budgets for communications are relevant, focus on the right things, and do not get cut. So, good luck for the future, and here's to the healthy brands of this world. Thank you.